very happy to be here and to share our experience on building parental or parenting equality in Poland. I will share some data about Poland and also our activities in different areas. I will be very happy if you share your experience on the chat box, or at the end or even here you have my email. So if you have any questions or inspiration, or you can share something with us which can help us to be more effective in our activities, that will be very helpful and appreciated. So just at the beginning, we are a foundation that is 4 years old only. So we are quite small organization. We have only 4 people working part-time, I would say, mostly. And our main goal is to create equal opportunities by promoting the partnership model of the family. And for us, the first step towards partnership is sharing parental leave. So this is so important that we concentrate and focus on popularizing sharing parental leave. We have 3 areas of the activity. First is advocacy. Most of the time from the beginning, we were focusing on advocating the implementation of work-life balance directive in Poland. It was implemented last year in April in Poland. So since then, we are building awareness of the new law resulting from this directive, and also trying to change some law that couldn't be introduced during the work-life balance directive implementation. Just to mention, work-life balance directive was implemented last year, so before the election, parliamentary election in Poland, which changed dramatically the political situation, because when we were implementing directive, we were working with right-wing party. Right now, it's more liberal. So you know, political settings are different. Second area is cooperation with the employers. It's very important because it's not only about existing law, but also about executing this law and not being afraid to use it by fathers. So we work closely with employers to build organizational culture that promotes gender equality, that promotes parental equality, and build tools, support employers with the communication, with the processes, and etc. And the last thing, very important, is education and social communication. Is its main campaigns, educational campaigns that promote parental leave, build awareness of the father's right, and especially build the show benefits of this right for women, men, children, and society. That is very, very important. So, as I said, work-life balance directive was implemented in April. It was a little bit late than it should have been implemented. 2 main changes. General is just individual right for parental leave for parents, especially for fathers. So father has a right to parental leave, and it is not connected to the status of the right of the mother to parental leave. So this is very important. And the second change that is very, very crucial, it's of course non-transferable part of the parental leave. It's a new tool in Poland, and this non-transferable part is 9 weeks long. I just want to show you how the parental leaves in Poland look like briefly, so you know the context of the country. So when the child is born, we have 20 weeks of maternity leave. 14 weeks is obligatory for the mother. 6 weeks can be transferred to father. We have 2 weeks of the paternity leave paid 100%, and this leave needs to be used until 1 year. The child 1 year old. Then we have parental leave, which is right now 41 weeks long. It's paid 70% and can be used up to 6 years and can be divided in 5 parts. Of course, mother and father has its own non-transferable part of 9 weeks. And of course, also mother can apply for the average allowance, which is 81.5%. It's just average allowance from the maternity leave and parental leave. What is important is that father can take parental leave together with mother, and also can be splitted in 5 parts, which is, in our opinion, not the best idea, and I will talk about it later. Just to show you how it looks like in the numbers, this is paternity leave in Poland. It was implemented in 2011, so it's a really long time. As you can see, the pink column is the uptake of the paternity leave. I'm sorry, this is in Polish, but this is the diagrams I have. But what's important, it's the pink column, and you can see that the paternity leave uptake is about at the level of 60%, 67% right now in 2023. If you see the parental leave in Poland was introduced in 2013 at the end. So as you can see, we did not have non-transferable parts. So the average uptake was at the level of the 1%. And when you can see 2023, when the directive was implemented, it increased to 7%. So in 2023, if we go with numbers, it's this blue column, we had 19,000 fathers taking parental leave. I already know the data for the first 5 months of the 2024, and we have already have 16,000 fathers on parental leave. So we can see that the dynamic of this increase is quite big, and we can predict that in 2024 we'll have 15% of the fathers on parental leave, which of course you can see if you look at this from the perspective from the Scandinavian countries, for example, it's very low. But from the perspective on Poland, when we have each year only 1% of fathers on parental leave, in increasing this to 7% and then next year to 15% is in our opinion a success. Just to tell you the forecast, we run a very small research. It's kind of opinion research among Polish people about plans or will to take 6 weeks of parental leave, so this non-transferable part, and we explicitly explain the level of the payment because it's very important. So the 66% was that men would like to use the 9 weeks of parental leave. Of course, this is declaration, so we do know that the percentage will be much lower, but still the aspiration is quite high. Also, we ask about knowledge, awareness of the new law, and 75% of the people, we asked 1,500 people, knew something about work-life balance directive and about this 9 weeks of parental leave. Only 24 knew the details, but still the awareness after 1 year only of campaigning with with the government, who wasn't really eager to campaign this change and to run campaigns, educational campaigns about this right, I think it's quite a good result. So what is really a problem for us, mostly seen by only us as a people who take who are experts in leaves for fathers, is the average length of parental leave of fathers. Before the directive, the average length of parental leave was almost 100 days. We call it that this 1% of the fathers who took parental leave was really convinced that this is the good solution for them. After introducing the work-life balance directive and enabling fathers to take parental leave when mother is on maternity leave, so together with mother, and enabling fathers to split parental leave in 5 parts. I mean, it's not only fathers, but mother and father can split parental leave in 5 parts. In practical life, it looks always that mother takes 1 part and then father takes small parts of the parental leave, which is not really what is about taking parental leave by fathers. But it decreased to 50 days. So the length of this parental leave is for us too small. So it is very important for us to build the awareness of this problem among policymakers and among experts, that this should be improved, either in a way of changing the law or in a way we communicate the information about this law and benefits of sharing parental leave. After 1 year of implementation of work-life balance directive, this year in April, we ran a campaign, Equal at Home, Equal at Work, and Win-Win for All. And we partnered with, as you can see, the strategic partner here is ZUS, which is a public social insurance institution, very big because it employs 40,000 of people. So this is a big employer, but also this is a very important institution who manage the money transfer for parental leaves, also manage the way it is communicated, the new rights of parents are communicated. So we signed a cooperation agreement for 5 years, and the first our activity was running this campaign together. You can see also that we had a partner of Ministry of Family and Labor Social Affairs. So it was a good campaign. And what we did was the scope of campaign had 3 pillars. First pillar is a conference that we run at social insurance institution. We invited 3 sectors. One, it was academia and NGOs. One table was academia and NGOs. The second table was government, legislators, and also public institutions that are involved in executing the law. And the third table was employers. We had almost 100 participants, so we are really very satisfied with the participation and representation of different organizations. And on this conference, we shared the report that we prepared together with the social insurance institution and our foundation. It was called Fathers on Parental Leave. What data shows about fatherhood in Poland. So in this report, we summarize all the data about fathers in Poland, together with also stating our postulates of changes that need to be taken in order that if we want to build parental equality, proceed with building parental equality or parenting equality in Poland. Also, this postulates was discussed during the conference, so we had opportunity to talk with these three different tables about this postulates, about things that needs to be done in order to make a change. A third area of the campaign was we created a lot of materials. It's very short movies with like the first picture on the top. It's a little bit similar to what World Economic Forum is doing. So short videos with some information about parental leave, about how it's important that employers support this change, what is the role of the employers, what are the benefits for women, what are the benefits for men, what are the benefits for children of sharing parental leave, and also a short videos with experts, with legal experts, with economists, with also psychologists who were also explaining the benefits of it. And also we shared some data, which I was thinking that is important that I share also with you. Allowance for the mother and father. As you can see, the average allowance for paternity leave means maternity for mother and paternity for father per day. As you can see, I just put it in euros, so you can refer to it, is almost twice bigger for father. Paternity leave is taken at the level of 67, so you have a huge sample of the fathers taking paternity leave, and you can see that the motherhood penalty starts much earlier when before the child is born. It's connected with the choices that women are doing, what kind of jobs they are taking, and the trade-off between the amount of the level of the salary and flexibility of the work. It is also similar, I think, in different countries, but you can see the difference. And also average allowance for parental leave in Poland in 2023, this is per day, right? This is the amount per day. You can see the difference is smaller, but you need to remember that the parental leave, the uptake of parental leaves is at the level of 7%. So it's really low sample of the men taking parental leave. And we estimate that this difference will grow probably when more fathers and more representatives of the fathers will take parental leave. Also, it is important, and I'm showing this to you, but also we showed this data on the conference. And to be honest, we received a lot of comments from different people how important it is to show to women and men the differences, the consequences of not sharing parental leave. Of course, this is not the only one reason for this differences between pension of women and men, but this is one of the main causes that is leading to such a difference. You can see that the difference between average pension in December 2023 was really a 30%. And also what is really important, the gender share in minimum pension, which in Poland is around 400 euro, which is very, very low, is that women consist of almost 80% of the people who are receiving a minimum pension in Poland. Also, we shared the caring for children, because the parental leave is not the only thing which is important. What is important, that also the numbers of days of sickness absence for the child in Poland. And I would tell you that the allowance for the payment of the sick leave for taking care of the child is 80%. So it's also very low if you compare it to the different countries in the European Union. But as you can see, 80% of these days was used by mothers. So we also were talking about the connection between engaging fathers in taking parental leave, because that transports into more engage fathers also after the parental leave. For example, in the area of taking care of the sick child, and also that corresponds to the chances of women to stay on the labor market and being able to develop her professional activity, her career. I just also put here the postulates of Share the Care Foundation, and I put here this because probably I just hope that some of you are working on this kind of area. So maybe if you are aware what we are working on, you can share some examples or good practices how to lead the advocacy work to be successful. So I would just go quickly through this because we divided this postulates into 3 areas: legislator, employers, and more society, so NGOs, media. So first of all, it was increasing the allowance for the non-transferable part of the parental leave to 100%. So from 70 to 100% because of the gender pay gap, because of the financial situation of the Polish families. And also we are advocating for introduction of the financial incentives for couples who share parental leave 50-50. So to encourage people to share parental leave much more than only this non-transferable part. Another important thing is education on the best model of use of parental leave. So education of the parents, why it is important that the father takes parental leave separately from mother, and takes this at the end of mother's parental leave, so she is able to come back to work. So she's going back to the labor market. She has her experience of coming back to work is more positive. This first experience also influenced her decision that she will take after, and her attitude to work-life balance, to combining work also with care activities and duties. Another very important thing is official government portal for parents about their rights. I don't know how it looks like in other countries, but Polish law is very complicated. Right now we are close to the Father's Day. It's on the 23rd of June in Poland, and we have a lot of activities in social media saying about new law for fathers. A lot of influencers, a lot of campaigns. Some of them are run by us, but some of them we are a content partner. I will tell you, I will show you that afterwards. But I see how many mistakes are people doing. They are really mixing the name of the leaves. They don't really understand this non-transferable part. So it is really important that the government creates a source of good information for parents and also for employers, because employers are also not good informed about parents' rights, and they are also making a lot of mistakes, and they are educating the employees about this. So it's crucial that they know it correctly. Of course, full inclusion of fathers in perinatal education. It's also very important that during perinatal education, we don't talk only about taking care of the child and about delivering the baby, but also we talk about rights, and there is a space for talking how we are going to share parental leave and how we imagine, I mean, father and mother imagine the taking care of the child after they come back home, and after they will be coming back to the normal life, like to work and etc. And another thing which is very controversial, and I also encourage you to share some examples with me, is limiting possibility of sharing leave and being together with child's mother. And this is very difficult. This we did not propose this statement on the conference because we know from the research and also from other NGOs that if you consider child safety, for example, and it's better when fathers have a little bit part with mother, so they can learn, they can feel more confident. So of course, this is problem with education of fathers, of being a parent. So this is a huge problem because from the one, on the one side, we have gender equality and this sharing parental leave as a tool to building gender equality and equal chances on the labor market. But on the other part, we have child safety, well-being of the parents, and etc., etc. So this is really the most problem creating postulate that we encounter. And the second part is employers. It's further building organizational culture that supports gender equality among employers and also parental equality. And another is no more decision about division of the leaves. This is very important because this consists of the procedure, how employees apply for the parental leave. So a lot of employers, they did not change the process after implementation of work-life balance directive. So this is important that they do this. And of course, this is about another postulate, education, the communities, supporting parents like doctors, like teachers, like staff in kindergartens. Also very simple thing, but important, changing the name of maternity benefit. I mean, maternity allowance that fathers receives on parental leave, because it's called still maternity allowance. And educating media who are media to see the connection between gender equality and parental equality, and how engaging fathers in taking parental can influence chances of the woman on a labor market. Just a few examples what we are doing with employers. This year we are running another, it's a contest for the employers who are building parental equality. And last year we had around 10 companies who were introducing special benefits for fathers, special processes, special solutions for fathers. This year we have almost 25 businesses, organizations that are doing this. As you can see, most of the companies that are rewarded in this contest are international, and this is also very important for us, that we try to work with the public organizations, like institutions, like public I don't know if you call it public, I mean public sector. So because they are a huge employer in Poland, so we are trying to work with them so they can implement processes and tools that will promote gender equality and parental equality. A second campaign, another campaign that we ran on Mother's Day was Proud to be a Working Mom. It was a campaign that was especially focusing on women and building their awareness of the potential they have as a mothers, and encouraging them to come back on the labor market, to stay on the labor market, to develop their professional career. And it was based on the narrative that showing the potential of the woman to other women, to your partner, to your children, to yourself also, and to business and to changing world. I mean, politics, NGO sector, and etc. We ran the video campaign with mothers telling about their reasons why they feel proud because they are working mother. We had We had a conference. We also had in this video engaged a politician. She's a vice minister of the family ministry, and she was engaged in this campaign. So it was also very good activity, and it was important for us because we know that women are really important player in this moment when we are thinking about sharing parental leave. So this is why we decided to go into it, because we know that educating women and working with women is really important, because they have a power in a home settings. And so this is important that they know the benefits of sharing parental leave, and they also believe in themselves that it's worth coming back to the labor market and building a partnership relation with their partner. Another activity is our campaign. It was a third edition. We started with the conference. We kick off the conference, and we run it right now. This is Facet na 100%, which can be translated 100% men. And today, this year, campaign was I am 100% father because I want to. Gillette is our strategic partner. As you can see in this advertisement, it says I am a father on 100% because I want to. So we are also advertising I take parental leave because I want to. So this is something that I know what I'm doing. I know the benefits of it. I am a conscious father, and I want to take this parental leave. It was a challenge for us a lot, because we are all women in our organization, so attracting men was really challenging, but we finally did it. We also rewarded men, as you can see in this photo, not for being on parental leave, but for telling about this in a public sphere. So these guys were not only on parental leave, but they were also sharing this information on LinkedIn, in some interviews, sharing. So they showed that this is okay to go on parental leave. So they didn't keep it to themselves only, but they also shared the benefits and also the consequences of this decision. And what is important, we also rewarded their partners. So we said that building partnership is a team activities, a team sport. So we not only rewarded fathers, but also their partners, and each wife or partner received a hoodie with, you can see this heart at the top with M. This is, it says Bohater is a hero. So proud mom hero, and 100% man a hero. So that's what we did this year, and that was very successful, because really people like this decision, this rewards, and shared it on social media. So I think that we'll continue this and we'll develop this in next year. Again, another campaign that we are a content partner. This is a huge campaign aiming reaching 25 million of the Poles. It's of course financed by business, not us. OLX Praca, which is OLX Work, is a huge portal with job offers. And they run the narrative is important. It says, let's share the care. Let's share caring for children in order to be able to develop also at work. So it shows also perspective of the woman and of the men, and that campaign started, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it has very positive results. We were a little bit afraid that it will not be like this. But it goes very well, and we are happy. Another thing which is important, we also published, we didn't publish this. This is our ambassador who wrote a book for the father, a first book for the father is called, and this is in a poem from the baby in a belly of the mother to father, saying about encouraging father to take care of him, to not to be afraid, encouraging him that they can do it together, and etc. And we are a partner of this publication. And what is important, I just put it in the picture below, that at the end of this book, you can see all the information about father's rights, and also the QR code that goes to our publication about father's rights. So we hope that this book will be a present for the fathers, or for the on the Father's Day, or also when the child is born. This book will be given free of charge in one of the city in Warsaw, in Poznań, in Poland, in Poznań. And also it will be given in one hospital in Warsaw, but we are trying to talk to the ministry or to the social insurance. Today I have a meeting with them, and we would like to share this and maybe think about how we can make it happen that each couple gets this kind of book, for example, in a hospital when they are leaving the hospital. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. I will be happy to answer any questions. I haven't been checking the chat, so I have no idea what is happening there. But if you have any questions or comments, I also put here my email address. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Carolina. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah? Great. So thank you, Carolina, for this deep dive into the work of Share the Care Poland. Unless there are questions for Carolina already, we now move on to the next presentation. So I now invite our second speaker, Luis, to respond and also give us some insights into the work of MenEngage Europe. Luis, the mic is yours, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bettina. Thank you. And dziękuję, Carolina. It was really, really great to see the work that you've done. And so the work that you've done and in such a little time as 4 years. I mean, we got to know each other, I think, for 3 years ago, because you're also part of our MenEngage Europe network. So I'm gonna share some pictures about the network. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about the network, about the work that's been done on caring and paternity and caring. And maybe I will give you some insights also from the Swedish experiences, because I think it's a good one to know, like to contrast a bit the Carolina's Polish experience, I would say. So that's the idea for my like 10-15 minutes that I have. So I'm going to share the screen and the presentation like this. Okay, so MenEngage Europe. We started our MenEngage Europe started in 2009 with a meeting in Stockholm, actually, who I was part of that meeting, and we wanted to have this network with the organizations that work with gender equality, but from the lens of working with young men and masculinity norms, you could say. So yes, we got together and we formed this network, and today we are so we're part of the MenEngage Global Alliance, and we have 120 organizations and individuals as members in 30 countries in Europe. And we are like we're a feminist and pro-feminist alliance. And we work with capacity networking, capacity development, and advocacy. And all of this in relation to working with men and boys on gender equality. What else can I say here? So we work as allies to women's and women's rights organizations to achieve gender equality for women and girls. And I can show you this next. This is actually a picture from where you can see both me and Karina. Yeah, we're sitting besides together, you see? Wow. This was like in Berlin in autumn where we met. So I just give you a... And we have members from all over Europe, actually, even outside the European Union. Okay, next slide here. Yeah, and as I told you, we're part of this big MenEngage Global Alliance, which is in all of those countries and regions. And the Global Alliance has been around since around 2007, I would say. So we're part of a larger network, like this. Yeah, and I work at the MenEngage Europe Secretariat since three years back, and these two, Sophia and Elis, are my colleagues. They're having another meeting right now, so they can be part of this. Yeah, so and what we do is actually to promote this different areas of activities that we have, our members have, and we try to help out with that. For example, we were trying to help out Carolina with the advocacy part of their work, for example. So yeah, so this is, as you can see, there's lots of different things that we do, and the fathers and fatherhood is one of them. But most of our organizations work on violence prevention and in different ways. Okay, I'm going to the next slide. Yeah, so how about fathers and fatherhood? So I'm gonna stop a bit on this one. So there are actually already a lot of work going on this, and I saw somebody was from Equimundo here in the chat. So you probably know about this this report, which comes out, I don't know, every 2 years maybe or something, which is called The State of the World's Fathers. And there's one, and I'm going to share the links to this so you can check it out, because it's a good way it's a good way for you to see how the work of care and fathers is done in the world, because what Carolina is doing is really admirable, and we actually have many people working with this all over the world in different contexts and so on. So it's really interesting to see the figures and yeah, what's done there. Then I have also to mention the MenCare campaign. So MenCare is or actually maybe, you know what? I think now that I'm showing this, maybe I should show you actually the site so that you can see it. Let's see. I'm gonna stop the sharing of this, and I'm gonna share the website. I think it's even better so you can see it. Here you go. I'm gonna share it now. Okay. Yeah, so this is the website, mencare.org. As you can see, so it's a campaign basically, and you can find a lot of good resources for you who are interested in this field. So you can see, yeah, you can get figures, you can get resources to work with men and so on. So yeah, and actually I think I even saw the State of the World's Fathers here somewhere. Let me see, so I can show it to you too. Yeah, now I can find it, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this one, and so there's lots of work going on, and what I'm gonna concentrate into telling you is about the work we do with in fathers groups. This is something that I've myself have done, and actually I went to this fathers groups education, like a workshop, before I became father, because I was involved in this work for gender equality, and I was thinking of maybe becoming a father. So this is I had a chance to do it, and this work that I know about, it's the work we do in Sweden, and yeah, and before that, actually, I'm going to show you the picture with the Swedish. Let's see, I'm going to share this PowerPoint. So this is there's a Swedish organization called Men for Gender Equality. It's here, and we have this site called Promoting Equal Parenthood. I'm going to share it with you too. And so just before I go into the work that's been done, I want to tell you, but I just when I was listening to Carolina, I was just thinking I probably can share with you how it works in Sweden with this the parental leave and so on, because you probably heard that Sweden is kind of quite advanced in that. So I just put down some figures. So already in 1974, it was actually possible to share this 6 months of parental leave that the government so they were possible to share. So already there you could do it, and only 99.5 no, only 0.5% of fathers took that opportunity to take some of those months. And one of them is actually, I know him, he's actually one of the founders of our organization. And it's first in the 1995 that we introduced the first non-transferable month, and then the number of how many days the parents took was higher. And in those days it was actually since then we have because I know Carolina, you were talking about weeks, but we in Sweden we talk about month. So if you talk about month, we have actually 16 months of parental leave, and 13 months of those parental leave you can get up to 80% of your salary, and most of the time the employers you can get like a 10% more from your employers, or if you have insurance, you can have up to 100% sometimes of your salary. And then you have about 3 months of those 16s that are the lowest pay. It's about 20 euros a day that you get paid. And again, you can share it from the beginning from both mother and father, or the parents that you have. But since now 2016, it was the third non-transferable month was introduced. And since then, we actually have, I saw the figure that you had, Carolina, was 15% that you had, which is really good figure now, I would say. But we have a bit more than 30% of all the days that we have that are that fathers take out. So you could see how they've increased for every non-transferable month that you got. Then you could see how fathers actually are taking more and more responsibility. So I think in that way it's really important, and I think the States of the World's Fathers and the Men Care campaign also always talk about those non-transferable way of working. So that's kind of, I would say, it puts pressure mostly on the employers, because then there is a law that you cannot say no to your father being a part of the taking the responsibility for the parental leave, for example. So nowadays it's 16 months, as I told you, you could take in Sweden, and 30% of those men take them out, and they actually before they take them out before the kids are. You should take them out before the kids are 8 years old, but now they are actually decreasing. So you should take them out before they're 6 or something like that. And usually it's really important that the parents take those months out when they are when the children are small, I would say. Okay, so I think I have. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna check my. No, it was not that. I'm just gonna stop sharing. Yes, so. The work that we've done in this field is with fathers groups, and the fathers groups are a way of actually getting, because it's one thing, it's that you get the possibility to be with your children, and the other thing is how you take care of this possibility. And so it depends on sharing the care work of the child, but also the work you do in the home. So with those fathers groups, we've seen that we work closely together to the medical centers and so on. And what we've seen that parents, after working with those fathers groups, you have the time to reflect on what's ahead of you, because usually the fathers to be are the ones that goes in those groups, or if you're already a father, you can also do it. And we have self-reflective groups where we discuss how to be a father, what does it mean, and so on. And it's really kind of, in one way, it's kind of empowering men to take more of responsibility for care. Because one thing, it's the law, what the law says and what you can do, and the other thing is how you feel what you can do. Because we see many times when we have those fathers groups, I've had maybe 10 of those, that the fathers, that they probably, they can be professionals and whatever, but when it comes to caring, sometimes they don't feel that they can do it. And by having those discussions, you can, with other fathers, you can actually see that you can take more responsibility for caring the children and caring for doing the work at home, for example. So I would say that's one experience that I would like to share with you. And this is something that's been done in whole of Europe, in different places, in different ways. But to have those self-reflective groups is for me is one of the keys to achieving a more gender equality in parenting and caring overall. And that's actually, I'm just gonna start finishing up here. I'm just thinking of usually it's like with men and parenting, it's about caring the children, but now we actually talk a bit more of caring overall about your family, about the elders and so on. So this is actually something that starts with the children. We know it's a window of opportunity opens up when you have a child, and you can actually start reflecting on your masculinity norms and on the stereotypical ones. And this is actually a way of getting more people into the care in the caring world, you could say. And it's a really positive experience for most of the men, of course. So yeah, I think my time is out now. So I'm gonna finish right now. And I'm really curious on questions and comments. Thank you.